Hey everyone, ever wanted to model that delicious twisted cruller donut look in Maya? Today I'm going to show you a super easy way to create two different styles of crullers in just a few minutes. Let's get started. Creating two separate polygonal cylinders side by side. Let's give them slightly different properties for two distinct looks. For the first cylinder, on the channel box, set the height to 12, the subdivision axis to 12, the subdivision height to 24, and the subdivision cap to 0. Set the cap to 0 so that we can delete the top and bottom faces easily. Now for the second cylinder. Let's give it a slightly higher resolution. We'll set the height to 12, the subdivision axis to 24, the subdivision height to 32, and the subdivision cap to 0. Before we move on, make sure to select both cylinders and go into face selection mode. Select and delete the top and bottom faces on both objects. We only want the cylindrical body. Go into edge selection mode for the first cylinder, select every other edge along the subdivision axis. You should have a total of 6 edges selected and 6 unselected. Now, using the scale tool, scale them only on the X and Z axes, not changing the height. You can see the opening part now has a nice star-like appearance. For the second cruller, select edges again, but this time we'll select one edge and leave 2 unselected before selecting the next one. This should give you 8 selected edges and 16 unselected ones. Just like before, scale these edges on the X and Z axes to create that beautiful flower-right shape. Select both objects, go to Edit, click on Delete by Type, and select History to keep meshes clean before applying deformers. Now for the fun part. Select the first cylinder and go to Deform, click on Non-Linear and select Twist. In the channel box, change the start angle value to 360. This gives a full twist to our mesh. Repeat this process for the second cylinder. Go to Deform, click on Non-Linear and select Twist, but this time, let's give it a much tighter twist by setting the start angle to 720. This creates a more complex, interwoven look.
Once again, select both objects and delete the history. Next, we need to connect the ends to make a circle. Select the first cylinder and go to Deform, click on Non-Linear, and select the Bend option. Change the curvature value from 0 to 180. This bends the cylinder into a perfect torus. Do the exact same thing for the second cylinder. Deform, Non-Linear, Bend, and change the curvature to 180. Select both and delete history one final time to lock in these shapes. Select the object and go into vertex selection mode. Select the vertices at the 2 overlapping openings and merge them. You can do that by going to Edit Mesh and clicking on the Merge option. Repeat this for the second cruller. You now have perfectly closed, twisted 2 donut rings. And that's it. This is how you can create 2 distinct styles of crullers in Autodesk Maya easily and in just a few minutes using simple cylinders and non-linear deformers.